Hey guys, this is Plasmaster from the Combo Tree, and welcome to the 6th episode of Plasmaster Plays for Glory. As promised, I went Robin, and let's just say I have a ton of awesome Robin replays for you guys to watch today. I have maybe like 10 or 11 replays actually, so should be a bit of a longer video, but nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I've just been playing Robin a lot lately, and I have to say, I'm really pretty good with Robin. I didn't... I played Robin, like, when the game first came out, and I was like, you know, I really like this character, and, you know, I'm pretty good with them, but I wouldn't main them, because they're just, you know, a little too technical for me. What with, you know, the sword and the tomes breaking after a certain number of uses. But, like, I've gone back now and like, just been playing a lot of Robin and getting, like, really creative with the combos and everything, and, like, it's just, like, she is a really fun character to play as, and, like, you can really just get creative with those combos, you know? It's not like Samus, where it's like, you know, oh, you get a down throw, well, you can get, like, you know, a forward air, an up air, or a charge shot off of that, and really, that's it. But with Robin, like, you can get so much off of a down throw. Like, her down throw combos into, like, nair, dare, forward air, up air. It combos into Arc Thunder, L Thunder, Thoron, if you read the DI out. It combos into Arc Fire, it combos into all of her smash attacks. It combos into Nosferatu if you read Nair Dodge. Like, it just, there's so much it combos into. All of their tilts, all of their like both of their jabs, and yeah, it's just like such a fun character to play as. That's one of my favorite combos you just saw right there. Down throw to Arc Thunder to down throw to forward smash. Like, when I first started playing Robin, I thought, like, oh, like, you know, there's this thunder magic, but really, really all you want to do is use Thoron, you know, so you can get the most damage out of it. But really, Arc Thunder is probably the best one in her arsenal, because it's the best at, getting, like, starting combos. One of my favorite, things to do, with Robin, like, if you are, if you're behind in a match, you can quickly close the gap between you and your opponent by using Thoron so that you can, you know, get max damage at, a pretty good range, so that you can just, you know, throw it out there when you need to. Or using, of course, Nosferatu so that, Robin can heal up. But Nosferatu can be a bit tricky to land. It has a bit of a startup. You need to really just set up for it, and I'll talk more about that in the next match. And we're back. I don't remember too much about this match, because this one was played a while ago. Before I came up with the Captain Falcon video. All the other replays were played after that. As I was saying before, Nosferatu setups, some good setups with Nosferatu are, down throw, and then just read an air dodge and punish with Nosferatu. And then there is, Arc Thunder. If you hit them with an Arc Thunder, then they're, you know, held in place for a little bit. You can actually dash in and, use Nosferatu on them. It's better to, try and use the Arc Thunder on them up close, so that way you don't have to run too far. And yeah, he, like, taunted after getting the knee. I guess he watched Falcon x Falcon. Yeah. Yeah, because, like, Arc Thunder, you know, holds them in place. So if you get down throw into Arc Thunder, you can get a Nosferatu after that, so that you can, you know, heal up some damage. And then Arc Fire can also hold them in place for a little bit, so you can use Nosferatu on them then as well. But one of my favorite methods for setting up for Nosferatu is using the first two hits of jab, you know, just jab, jab, and then read the air dodge, and then punish with Nosferatu. That's a very helpful tactic, especially because it doesn't just work with Nosferatu as well. Like, you can, you do jab, jab, arc thunder, jab, jab, arc fire. Like I said, Robin is a character that you can get so creative with when it comes to combos. And she has so many different kill options as well. Down air, up smash, forward smash and down smash, up air, forward air, back air, just about, yeah, lots of different moves. And then, of course, back throw at the edge kills as well. Thoron is a kill move. Arc Thunder is a kill move at higher percentages. And then Arc Fire can kill at some higher percentages as well. Yeah, just really solid character. You do need to keep in mind that you do have a limited number of uses for your special moves, and that you need to make every shot count. Even though the tomes do come back relatively quickly, save for Nosferatu, that is. That takes forever to come back. Yeah, even though they do take a little while to come back, you do want to keep in mind that you do have, you know, limited resources, and you need to use the resources that you do have when you have them to their fullest potential. So, that's it for that match, and next match, I'll talk a bit about Thunder Magic. So this is a match I played against my friend Nyan. After this match, he asked me, when's Robin Style coming out? I guess I'll make Robin Style after I release Duck Style, which I am planning to release that before I go to SmashCon. So, hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. Now, Thunder Magic. Of course, I already talked a great deal about Arc Thunder and a bit about Thoron. Really want to talk about is L Thunder. L Thunder, it is good for, like, punishing rolls, has great range, good launch and damage behind it, but it's not the best for combos. Like, it's mostly good for spacing and zoning and punishing rolls on your opponent. If you're just trying to keep them out at the time, so you can, you know, make a game plan, you know, you can throw out L Thunder. Regular Thunder, you know, you just press B twice really quickly and you'll throw out Thunder, because if you charge it up, like, any more than that, it'll become L Thunder. Regular Thunder, I mean, it's got poor range, damage is pretty low, it's got relatively good launch behind it, I guess. I mainly use Thunder, just to keep an opponent out if I can't, like, if an opponent is approaching very quickly and I just don't have enough time to charge up to L Thunder, I'll just throw out Thunder instead. That's definitely helpful, for those situations, but other than that, I wouldn't use Thunder too often if I were you. He got a really awesome kill on me here, if I remember correctly. It was the Zair dropped Metal Blade to Mega Upper, I believe it was. That was a really nice kill. So yeah, setting up for Thoron can be pretty interesting, especially when you're fighting against a character that has a reflector. You'll want to be very careful with when you use Thoron, because if they reflect that, you're going to take a lot of damage and possibly get killed. Because Thoron is Robin's best ranged kill move. Now, setting up for Thoron, what you probably want to do is use throws and then just read air dodges or jumps in order to set up for Thoron. Yeah, see what I did there was use Arc Thunder into Nosferatu, as I was saying before. You're going to see a lot of jab Nosferatu here. in this video, I think. If I remember correctly, I did go for that quite a bit, because there were actually a few matches that went right up to the buzzer. It was pretty crazy. It was like just starting to count down when I got a KO. It was pretty awesome, actually. Really intense. My heart was beating pretty fast, to be honest. Yeah. So that's Thunder Magic for you. With Elwind, because Elwind, you know, is Robin's only means of recovery, you don't want to use it as an attack. Ever, really. It can be useful for some edge guarding, like you saw there, it spiked Mega Man and killed him, but, for the most part, you only want to use that as a recovery, because if you use it too many times as an attack, you're just gonna, A, leave Robin open to attack, and B, run out of Elwinds and then not be able to recover. So, yeah, on to the next match then. So, this match was played against some guy named Suyu. I don't know what he was gonna sue me for, but anyways, he played Palutena, and later he played me as Peach, and in that Peach match, that was one of the matches that went right up to the 5 seconds countdown. He tried to use Reflect Barrier to counter my Thunder Magic quite a bit. This is actually the second match that I played against him. So, yeah, he was trying to use the Reflect Barrier to, you know, counter my Thunder Magic, but fortunately, I was able to read it well enough that he could not reflect my projectiles, and I was able to punish effectively. He was a pretty annoying Palutena player, if I remember correctly, but I killed him in a pretty cool way. He got an air dodge read. You'll see that later, I'll point that out to you. So yeah, right now, I'm just loving Robin as a character, and I've been playing a lot of the Fire Emblem games lately. I've been playing, like, the original Fire Emblem that was on the Game Boy, like the first one to be localized, the one with Lyn. I've been playing Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, which I actually just finished earlier today. I had actually played that game for the first time, like, about a year ago, and just wasn't able to beat the game when I lost all my save data, which really sucked. And then I picked it up and played it again, and I managed to beat the final boss, and it was pretty cool. It was my first time I beat any Fire Emblem game, really. And of course, I've been playing Awakening quite a bit. Not for the channel, though. I really need to get back on that, though. I am planning on... Yeah, there we go, Jab Jab Nosferatu. I am planning on getting back to the Fire Emblem Let's Play maybe tomorrow. Hopefully I can get back on that tomorrow. Yeah, and then I've been playing Fire Emblem Birthright, which I just got, and, you know, like, that game, like, Sacred Stones is my favorite in the series, and Awakening is a close second. I like Sacred Stones for its plot and its really good gameplay. Just the maps in that game are really fun. There are a few maps that are kind of frustrating, but other than that, really fun game. And then Awakening I like because it has such a colorful cast of characters, and a pretty intriguing plot as well. The gameplay in that one is still good. It did a lot of things with the series that I liked, like the pair-up mechanic and everything. But Birthright's just... I don't know what it is about Birthright. But it's just... I don't like it as much as Awakening, and I'll talk more about that in the next match. So this was another match played against Nyan. He's going to be in the tournament at SmashCon, so definitely cheer him on. I'm going to be helping him train later this week. Yeah, so Birthright, like, the characters in Birthright, they're just not as interesting as the characters in Awakening. Like, Awakening had such, like, a colorful cast of characters, as I said before, and I just really liked the game and how the characters interact with each other, and, like, Sacred Stones, like, the characters all, like, took the plot very seriously and didn't have, like, a lot of them didn't have, like, such drastic character traits that made them stand out like the characters in Awakening did. And there's nothing wrong with that, there's nothing wrong with the characters taking the plot seriously at all. It's just a different way of, conveying the plot to the characters, It's just nothing wrong with that, but I don't know, Birthright's characters, a lot of them are either boring or how should I put this? They are trying to have, like, interesting character traits like the characters in Awakening did, but they are selling it so short that it just becomes kind of an annoying thing about the character. Like, this character, Setsuna, her thing is that she always gets stuck in traps. And it's like, okay, that doesn't really, like, what's interesting about that? I don't get it. It's like, hey, Setsuna, what'd you do today? Oh, well, I got stuck in another trap. Like, okay, yeah, like, nothing interesting about that. There's this one guy, Azama, and his trait is literally that he's boring. Like, do you know how boring that is? That his character trait is being boring? And, like, finding joy in boring things? Like, that's stupid. That's just, it's like, what? That doesn't make sense. If you have a character that finds being bored, like, joyful, then that's all there is to them. Like, they're just a blank slate. That's, like, the best way I can describe a lot of the characters in Birthright, is that they're just blank slates. Like, there are a few characters that I do like. There's Silas, who's pretty cool. There's Kaze, who I like a lot. He's a ninja, and he's really awesome. Let's see. Corrin, like, I like Corrin in Smash, but Corrin in Birthright is just kind of like, Corrin's an interesting character, but, I don't know, I feel like Corrin is either too well-liked in the game or too hated in the game. Like, there's no, like, between area, and it's just kind of annoying that Corrin is this character that everybody likes, and, Corrin can't do anything wrong, It's just kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of annoying. But, yeah, that's basically my thoughts on, Fire Emblem Birthright. Now, don't get me wrong, Birthright is a fun game. It has a pretty interesting plot, and the gameplay mechanics are really cool. I like the Dragon Vein mechanic. I think that's very interesting. You can, alter the battlefield. I like that a lot. I like that they found a way to kind of spice up the mechanics in the game. But, the characters are just kind of bland, really. Like, there's just not much to them. Now, let's see. What else should I talk about here? Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot. That was, so, at this point, I pretty much main, Samus and Robin, and secondary Cloud. With Cloud, I was always, afraid to say that, I was always afraid to even consider maining Cloud, because it was like, I felt like there would be a lot of, ridicule and, you know, just a lot of, ridicule and judgment that comes with the title, you know, like, oh, you're a Cloud main, like, that's just because, you know, you like, just camping and charging limit all day, and you like just, you know, being an annoying little bitch, and, Cloud's pretty cool, but, you know, like, I was always afraid to even consider maining Cloud, and, like, I was pretty good with Cloud, and I am pretty good with Cloud, and I've gotten a lot better with Cloud, and it's just gotten to the point where I'm like, you know what, I'm really good with Cloud, and I main Cloud, and there's nothing wrong with that. I've kind of accepted that I can main Cloud, and it doesn't matter what other people think about who I main, you know? That's just who I main. Like, I don't really, you know, judge other people for who they main, you know? It's like, this guy, you main Bowser Jr.? That's pretty cool, actually, you know? Like, I wish I could take the time to learn the character and, you know, play around with the different tools that they have. Because every character in this game does have specific tools at their disposal. You just need to figure out how to use them in the right way and when to use them. And, you know, I really respect the people that really take the time to learn the character well. You know, like, I don't like playing against spammy Link players, but if I'm playing against a Link player who has obviously taken the time to learn the combos and learn how to use the different moves, I respect that, you know? So, yeah. I really respect, you know, the low tiers, you know, the low tier mains and the top tier mains, and it doesn't really matter what people think of who I main. And it doesn't really matter what I think of other people's mains. Unless you main Yoshi, in which case you suck! This guy was a really campy villager. It was just tree and rockets everywhere. I respected his taunt at the beginning, though, thinking, hey, maybe he's not an annoying little bitch. But boy, did he prove me wrong. Oh boy. So wrong. I played a match against him as Cloud, and I freaking destroyed him. That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, like, he kept using his rocket, and I just used down tilt to, like, slide under his rocket, and then just used dash attack to punish when he went helpless after, the rocket exploded. Because that'll happen when you ride the rocket, which is why I don't like doing it as recovery. That's the thing about Villager. Don't recover using rocket, especially if your opponent has a reflector. Or you're just saying, hey, reflect this rocket that I'm riding on and kill me. You're just asking for that. You really are. Yeah, so say I used Jab Jab Thoron there. It's another combo that you can get. It's better to use that to punish the opponent if they air dodge or DI away from Robin without jumping. If they jump, then don't use Thoron, just because then they'll have more time to react, you know, when they're trying to land. They're more likely to react with a shield or counterattack or a reflector, so yeah, definitely be mindful of when you can use Thoron during a combo. Now, let's see, what should I talk to you guys about? Alright, I'm gonna do a kind of a story for glory thing right now. I'm gonna tell you guys a story about some of my experiences in school. So, there was this teacher, and I'm not gonna say her name, even though she probably doesn't watch my videos. What do I mean, probably? She definitely doesn't watch my videos, but anyways, she wasn't obese, but she was a bit overweight, and she was an earth science teacher. I had her freshman year, and the first day of school, we, go into Earth Science class, and she starts teaching us, and it's like, alright, cool. This teacher ain't bad. And then, like, the very next day, like, we walk in, and she, we walk in, and she's, like, sitting at her desk with, like, this huge plate of donuts, like, sitting on her desk, and she's just, eating all of these donuts, and, like, we sit down, and, like, we're waiting, like, 20 minutes for her to, like, start the lesson, and, like, the teacher assistant, like, steps up and is like, alright, class, like, I'm gonna be teaching you guys today. I'm sitting there thinking, like, wait, what? What? You're kidding, right? Like, the teacher is just sitting at her desk, like, stuffing her face, and not teaching us. Like, she's not doing her job that she gets paid to do, and you're being forced to teach the lesson? That seems kind of, like, off, Like, I was thinking this stuff, like, that day, and I'll continue this story in a little bit. So, this teacher's assistant, starts teaching the class, and it's just like, alright, this is a bit odd, but alright, maybe, this teacher will, pick it up later in the class. Well, she didn't. And then she continued to not teach us for the rest of the year. The teacher assistant always picked up the lesson for her. And that's just kind of like, this is not right. Like, she's just sitting on her ass over there, stuffing her face with donuts. Freaking Homer Simpson over there. Just not doing her job, and she's getting paid to sit on her ass, like, this isn't right. One day, it was, like, towards the end of the year, and I had been absent from the class because I had been, like, really, really sick, and so I, came into the class, and I was like, hey, I need, my makeup work, and, she said, oh, yeah, sure, I'll get that for you right away. This was the teacher I was talking to, not the teacher assistant. She was like, yeah, I'll get that for you right away. I was like, oh, okay, awesome. I thought, like, alright, maybe she's gonna do something for once. This will be nice. And so, I go and, like, take my seat, and I look over, and she's still sitting at her desk, and I'm like, alright, well, class still just started, so, still time. And about, like, 15 minutes later, she gets up, and she goes over to the door, and she opens the door, and she, like, walks out, and I'm like, oh, alright, awesome. She's going to get, my makeup work, right? She comes back about 20 minutes later, carrying a large plate full of donuts, and I'm just like, that better be my makeup work. My makeup work better be to eat that entire plate of donuts. And you know what? She never got me that makeup work, and I ended up with a C in the class for the year because of it. And then senior year, I saw her again, and I want to be a history teacher, when I get out of college. And so I told her this, because she asked me what I was going to be studying in college, and she was like, oh wow, like, you'll be a really great teacher. You might even be better than me. And I'm just thinking, I better be better than you, you lazy bitch. But I didn't say that, I was nice about it, but yeah, and that's the end of my story. It's just, oh my gosh. Yeah, that was probably one of my worst teachers in high school. She was just really lazy. Never did anything in that class. Blonde Robin is best Robin. Now, this is the peach match that I was talking about earlier. This match goes for almost 5 minutes. It's literally 4 minutes and 55 seconds that it goes. Yeah. This was a very close match, actually. This guy was a pretty good peach player. I, used, Thunder Magic and, Nosferatu, wisely and sparingly in order to make sure that, I could, close the gap between us, because if I remember correctly, she had a really, really good lead on me for a long while, and I managed to make an awesome comeback. It was really, really cool. Yeah. So there's this match, and then I think one other match that goes for that long. So this will be a long match for you guys, so hope you enjoy this. Really just good gameplay here by both players. Now, let's see. Maybe I can talk some more about my school experiences. You know, just like bad teachers or awesome teachers or whatever. I've got one. This is really stupid. But I did it. So, senior year, I had AP Government, and yes, he got a kill on me there, and I had to get a comeback. I had AP Government, and it wasn't that I didn't like the class. It was just that I couldn't stay awake in that class, you know? It wasn't like I showed up to that class and was like, alright, well, time to go to sleep. It was just, I got to that class and I just could not stay awake. Like, I tried everything to stay awake. I'd eat food, I'd pinch myself, I'd drink soda, you know, like, bring soda to school and, like, drink that in the morning. It's just so I could, you know, get some caffeine in my system to stay awake. And I just could not stay awake. I stayed awake for 4 total classes that whole year. I don't know how many classes I have total, but I can tell you it's a hell of a lot more than 4. Yeah, I could not stay awake in that class, and so I ended up, like, it got to a certain point in the year, I was just like, you know what? It just doesn't really matter at this point, because, you know, I'm gonna fall asleep anyway, so whatever, and I just kind of, like, went with it, you know, like, alright, well, whatever. Excuse me. But yeah, so, I didn't end up taking any notes, I didn't do any of the homework or any of the classwork, for that class the whole year. All I did was take the tests and quizzes, and even then, I was completely BSing them, you know, because I didn't know any of this stuff, because I didn't take the notes. And so I didn't take, I only took the tests and quizzes. And, of course, the AP exam, like, I didn't even try on that, because I was just like, you know what, I really don't care if I get college credit for this class, I just want to, you know, survive this class. I just want to not fail. That's all I am going for. And surprisingly enough, through all the BSing the tests and quizzes, and I even BS'd the final exam, it was like a 5-page essay and then an oral presentation. Yeah, it was really stupid, but I got to the end of the year and ended with a C+ in the class for the year, which for an AP course isn't that bad, you know, because, you know, it's like, it's a 5.0 instead of a 4.0, so a B in an AP class is an A in a regular class. So, you know, I have a C+ in an AP class, that's a B+ in a regular class, which isn't that bad, you know? So, I ended up doing really well in that class, despite falling asleep in there every day. So here it is, the clutch ending at 5 seconds. Alright, and I think we have 2 or 3 more matches to go, and then it'll be a video. Just so you know, though, I don't condone that kind of behavior in you know, a classroom, because, like, I got super lucky, with that, you know, like, don't try that for yourself, just don't. That's just asking for trouble if you know, do that. It was like at 3rd period too, so it was like really, it was like first period, you know, like, I've just woken up, so, you know, I'm still awake. But by third period, it starts to hit me that I'm still really, really tired. And so my body's just like, hey, I'm gonna just clock out for a while, is that alright? And I'm just like, no, that is not alright. It's like, okay, good night. And then I just fall asleep in class the whole day, so yeah. This Duck Hunt player, same player as that Bowser Jr. and that, one Mega Man, the one that was not Nyan. He... can't remember too awful much about him. He was pretty much like your average Duck Hunt player, you know, lots of smash attacks and lots of specials thrown out. He did know a few combos though, so that was pretty good. As you can see, he's spacing me out with the forward tilt right there. I tried to bait out that air dodge, the jab, but did not get it. The thing with Duck Hunt is that, like, his Wild Gunman can block Robin's L Thunder and Arc Fire, so you want to be careful with that. It can also block regular Thunder. It'll block Arc Thunder, but the thing is with Arc Thunder is that, like, the lightning sticks around for a while. So it's very likely that Duck Hunt will still be hit by it. And then Thoron just pierces right through it, so it'll hit both Duck Hunt and the Wild Gunman, so you're pretty good with that. Duck Hunt's a really fun character. I played as Duck Hunt for the second episode of this series. Yeah. I'm actually planning on coming out with a new series called Bonus Round, where I'm just gonna, you know, like, have a full replay match of you know, just me playing a game on For Glory or for fun or whatever. You know, just whatever I feel like uploading for that day. You know, just have like another replay lying around that I want to upload. Then I'm gonna do that. So yeah. I have a series called Bonus Round. It's gonna be pretty cool, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. I'm gonna try and upload like 2 episodes of Bonus Round each week. And on to the next match. So this is in fact the last match that I have for you guys today. It's another very close match. It goes up to 5 minutes, nearly 5 minutes anyway. Yeah, this was a really cool match. This guy was pretty generic, you know, Zero Suit Samus player. Lots of grabs and lots of paralyzer shots. Lots of down smash, and lots of flip jump, so, yeah. And of course, he went for, the boost kick, kill move a lot, but fortunately, I'm not crap at the game, and know how to DI, so I was able to survive for a very long time during this match. It was actually almost a 2-stock, if I'm remembering correctly. I should really review these replays before I start recording, so that way I know what I'm talking about during the matches, more so anyway. Another thing about Robin is that the sword and the tomes, when they're discarded, you can jump backwards and air dodge in order to grab them. I'm sure most people know that by now, but like, something really funny that I like to do is, like, when like an opponent is off stage, I'll just, like, stand my back to the edge and just spam down smash so that my sword will get thrown away. So that when I toss it backwards and they're trying to get back to the edge, the sword will land on them and knock them back away from the edge, and it's really funny if they're a character with bad recovery. Because then they can't get back to the stage, and all you had to do was just, you know, spam one attack on the edge until you got rid of your weapon, and it killed them. I like going for silly kills like that, sometimes. I got, a really awesome kill with, Captain Falcon earlier this week. I'm thinking that replay will be like my first episode of bonus round, because it was pretty nice. Yeah, and I've actually been playing some Chibi Robo. I'm actually considering releasing a review for that game on my channel. It'll be like a funny review, though. The game is... you know what, I'll save it for the review. I'll just say that. It's not bad, but, you know. Anyways. Yeah, this guy just kept using that boost kick on me and was not able to kill me with it. I was using L Thunder to space him out there. And then Arc Thunder can combo into a few things. Combo in a dash attack, grab, Nosferatu, forward air, neutral air, up air if you time it correctly, down air, and Arc Thunder, I think. And then tilts and smash attacks. I like using Arc Fire and then Arc Fire into up smash and getting a kill off of that. Yeah, with Arc Thunder, I don't know if I covered this before, but Arc Thunder, like, even if they're a fast faller and you use down throw on them, you know, if they're a fast faller and they just put up their shield, they'll still be locked in place by Arc Thunder. Like, even if Arc Thunder doesn't hit them, they still can't move, so you can still grab them again and, you know, execute another down throw into a smash attack. So, yeah, Arc Thunder is just a great move. Hands down, the best move in Robin's arsenal, aside from... oh, man. I'd say up air. Up air is one of Robin's best kill moves, so... and then, of course, Nosferatu is pretty important as well. Yeah, he kills me, like, right here. He got an air dodge. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. He got me with the Paralyzer here. Into forward smash, yeah. And, like, there were only 10 seconds left, and I knew I had to get a down throw and up air. I knew that I needed that grab, and I got it. Yeah. Man, that was so awesome. I popped off pretty hard after I got that kill. It was amazing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. And if you did, like and comment. And until next time, keep on smashing and leave it to Hero Pawn.